Hey everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel God Will Do It For You. My name is Steven and I hope everyone's having a great day so far. And what we're going to be talking about today is how to navigate a dark season. Now we're talking about a dark season where it seems like all hell is breaking loose, let's just put it in simpler terms. And you don't understand why everything is happening. You're like, I didn't do anything wrong. Why is this happening? We're going to unpack a good bit of that, especially what God has been showing me for the past 3 months that has really been extremely challenging. One thing that he's showing me is you have to let go of control and shift that to dependency. And then he knows that that's something hard for me to do because he knows that I'm used to hustling and bustling, working my butt off, figuring out something to create a solution to a situation. And for the first time in my life, he has me in a situation where he's like, see, no matter how much I've blessed you with, you don't have the ability to change this. You have to depend on me to do that. And so what he does is he puts you in a period of time where you have to now recalibrate your brain to be where if you recognize a situation that you know God is moving you towards and you've done all that you can do, you need to know who to go to immediately, and that is him. One thing that God is doing with me is he's showing me, look who you're going to the moment something's not going right. You're not calling your mother, your brothers, you got plenty of family that you can reach out to. You're going straight to me. You're saying, God, if you don't make a way, I don't know what we're going to do. And I kid you not, from May until now, normally when I experience God, it's, big gaps in time where I'm like, wow, okay. But now I'm experiencing him so much that it's like it's happening sometimes 2 times in a day, like yesterday, for example. I'm like, all right, God, I fell asleep by accident. I was wore out, and then I fell asleep during the time that I was supposed to go out and make some money. I was like, I was tired. I was like, we're still $250 short for rent. I was like, if I can get $250 and then plus what I'll make tomorrow, we'll be good for rent. And then we get out of this month, we'll be okay this month. And I was like, I don't know where this is gonna come from. I was like, all right, I'm probably just gonna overdraft my account and just pay it back until you get it back into the positive. And at least I know that it can be done that way. See, that's you doing what you can do. You're like, out of all the options I have, this is what I can do. I know I'm gonna take a blow, but I want to lighten it as much as possible. Well, I kid you not. I looked in my phone, in my email, and there's an email from the contract company that initially started all this mess that ended the contract back in May, mid-May. And they're like, hey, something about money. It was like 2:30 in the morning, so I was like, I didn't really understand it. I deleted it, and then I undeleted it, and I just turned off my phone and went to sleep. Woke back up in the morning, and then something told me just to read it again. And I kid you not, they were like, hey, with some of the tip money that you earned, we used that and invested it, and you earned a dividend. And they're like, we can send a check. Otherwise, we've already put the money on the account if you associated an account with us. Well, I had did that. So I go look into the account, and I was like, let me see what is in there. $256. So this is what I mean by God showing you blatantly that I got you. But he's only going to give you just enough. He's going to give you what you need. He's not going to give you surplus. If he has you in a dark period, he wants you to be through that period. But he also wants to show you himself in a different way. See, the times before when he was showing me himself, it was very apparent. Now, he's doing it in smaller ways. But what he's doing is he's showing me that my discernment to know what he's doing compared to like, oh, this is a coincidence. No, I can visually see him manipulating things with my own eyes. And it sounds very strange, but then read your Bible and tell me if it doesn't sound strange. See, this is why a lot of the stuff in the Bible, the more he's allowing me to experience him, the more it's starting to make sense why the Bible seems crazy. Because people are witnessing things and trying to explain this stuff to people that think regular. So they're trying to say, guys, you won't believe what we're saying. Moses had the staff and he held it up and the whole sea split. And we were able to walk through on muddy ground through. It was scary because if we don't know what was holding it up. But all we know is as we walked through, it was caving in on the people that were chasing us. And they'll be like, well, who else you got to prove it? They'll be like, we all saw it. They'll be like, that ain't good enough. Y'all are crazy. You get what I'm saying? The Bible seems crazy. But now, after I've experienced what I'm experiencing, I'm like, it doesn't seem too crazy. What it seems like is God selects certain people to witness things. People that he knows that they're not going to back down from people saying, whatever, that's not true. Or that would be in disbelief and have a problem with dealing with people that don't believe in what they're saying. God needs people that will be able to say, I don't care what you say. I know what I saw. You believe what you want. But we have access to a God, and he'll give you sometimes power to handle your day to day. You can literally pray for energy. And it's going to sound strange. I kid you not. You'll go from feeling like you're about to fall asleep, you're tired, wore out, to you just like normal. You're like, what the heck? Another thing, yesterday. 3 things happened yesterday. The $256. So now I'm on cloud 9 because I'm like, we about to make it out this month. 2, I was like, all right, I need to get some gas. I was like, but I should have enough gas to do what I want to do. Well, some of the deliveries I had, I mean, we're covering miles. By the time I looked at it, I did like 55 miles of traveling just in about 2.5 hours or something like that. And that's a lot when you're doing this. I kid you not. My gas needle was at 105 miles until empty. And I was like, I might need just a little bit of gas before I go back, so that way when I'm heading back. I kid you not, after I did those 55 miles, my car was at 92 miles until empty. It ain't burned nothing. That's nothing. That's like $1 of gas. And we're not talking about driving on the highway. We're talking about driving through downtown Columbia, where you're stopping every 5 seconds. You gotta wait at every single light, no right turn on red. You know, it's a lot of stopping. And so when you're seeing this with your own eyes, you're like, well, regularly, if I drive around the city, my car burns the gas, and now all of a sudden, it just didn't do anything. And then lastly, so after feeling good yesterday, went to the gym and all that, you know, my son's birthday is tomorrow, and you know, I was like, God, you know, he misses his mom. I want to get some time with him. And so I told my son, I was like, well, I'll be back before you go to bed, man. Because, you know, he has to get up early in the morning, so 8:30 is bedtime. And I was like, God, but I got to earn this amount of money. I was going out at close to 6:30, you know, and so it's not really a lot of time to get what I needed. But I was like, well, I'll just probably go back out. But then I started feeling really tired. So I kid you not. Every delivery that came through, I did just 3 was the exact amount that I needed. You can't make this stuff up. So what the Bible shows us, look, you don't even have to believe in the stuff in the Bible. Just look at it like this. Let's just say that there's a God that created a template And the template are stories of people that went through certain things a certain way too. If you pay attention to the way things are in the Bible, there's a sequence. There's a acknowledgement that there's a calling on your life. The test to see if you really believe in God to do something extraordinary. Then the preparation for the blessing. Then the blessing. It's in that order. It always is like you just pay attention to it in the Bible. And so when I look at what's going on with me, this is not normal. I clearly see God manipulating stuff, creating it. I see it with my own eyes. I'm trying to tell y'all, like, this is real. The more you take him serious, the more he'll let you see. That's how this works. And one day, these videos that I'm making, they're going to pop. They're going to explode because crap's about to get real bad out here. And people are going to be going through some dark periods. And these videos are going to make a lot of sense because they're going to start seeing stuff and God moving ways and provide for them in a way that they don't even know how the heck they made it. I've seen stuff, money just come out of nowhere. I mean, for real, this is the real deal. Like, we look at this stuff in the Bible and we hear this stuff on YouTube and stuff, and it don't sound genuine. It don't sound genuine because they put a nice song behind it. They try to make it sound like the perfect fairy tale make-believe thing. They're not telling you raw what they really been through and what they seen with their own eyes. They're just telling you the result, which is good. But if they need to relay it in a way that, hey, no, that was hell that I went through. And yes, you know, when I felt my life, they don't tell you like that. They tell you because they're on cloud nine. They got the money. They got everything. And so they're telling you from, hey, man, if you can get through it, God's going to come through for you. People don't be trying to hear that when they are struggling. That helps them for maybe an hour or two. This is why I'm delivering it the way I'm delivering it, because I don't know any other way to do it. I'm very straightforward and direct, and I'm like, no, you take him serious, he will show you some stuff. So what I'm noticing is that he called me, then he tested me with the act of faith with my son, then he prepared me. He's been preparing me ever since I left my job. And he's been throwing curveballs, hell, betrayal. He's been throwing all types of stuff. Just seeing different things, having to let people go. And then now he's got me alone again. So now he's got me in the part where you're in preparation before you go to your blessing. So whatever's after this, something good is coming. And I'm like, something good is coming after this. Now this, I bet my whole life on. I'm saying this online, and I'm not gonna edit nothing. Something is coming after this, and he's gonna show y'all. He's gonna show y'all. I don't know what it's gonna be, but something's coming after this thing. Everybody's had that really desert isolation period. Moses, Joseph, David in the cave, Joseph in prison, Moses out, Jesus in the desert. I mean, these people, they had to be taken away, refined, prepared, and then once they got back out there, it was go time. It was go time. If you're going through something, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. It's not easy. And it's not easy because mentally, it's like mental torture. I know how it feels. It's like mental torture. You're like, okay, it's good even if I got my bills and stuff paid. You're like, I can't do nothing. You're like, I can't do nothing. I'm just eating and hoping that one day I'm going to wake up and things will be different. And it's easier said than done, too, because some people will try to make you think that you're wrong for feeling like that. Like, well, you're not reading, the Bible says this and that. And trust me, they ain't been through what you're going through. So you can't expect them to understand. The one thing I've learned, though, is it's okay to feel what you feel. But yes, you need to get rooted in the word and just get back and start looking back at what God has done for you. And that's what will give you the encouragement to keep moving forward. That's what will give you to say, okay, maybe let me just give this a try. and just believe. And then that's when he'll say, see, the act of faith, just that little bit, I'm going to give you a little something to keep you going. But he's not going to just remove the season. And if you're wondering why your wilderness period is longer than what you think it should be, and you're like, this is crazy, it feels like it's been 2-3 years now, it's because of something that you're doing. I don't know what it is, but it's something that you're doing that he's like, you haven't learned the lesson yet, and I'm going to keep you out here until you learn the lesson. Just like the Israelites had to do. They were punished for not following through, so he was like, it's going to take them 40 years. He did a calculation saying the number of, time that y'all were in there, we're going to punish y'all for the number of years, except the ones that believed. You don't want to be that person that is stuck in a cycle because God's like, you need to be beat up mentally so bad that I'm going to have to crush you to get you to change before I take you out of this, so that way when I bring you out, you'll be able to operate in the soon-to-be new reality that we're going to be in when that time comes. This is the real deal out here. God is not playing around no more. Satan is pushing his agenda big time right now. And so that's why God is pushing for us and pushing us through the ringer as well. He's making it hard on purpose. It's not to hurt you. I'm starting to really, at first it feels like that. You be like, you just like, I ain't even do nothing. It's just like, I understand it now. But know what he is doing when I talk to other people and when I listen to how they talk, and I see people, even faith people, a situation come, they crumble immediately. They're like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm like, dang, they ain't even, like they're freaking out before they even try to figure out what to do. What I'm trying to say is that there are people out here that put on this facade, and God is going to be exposing every last one of them. People that be thinking that they hear from God, he's going to expose you. Trust me, what he's going to do is not to humiliate you, but to humble you, to get you right, so that way you really hearing from him. He's like, oh, so they think they're hearing from me, so I'm going to put them through something, and then I'm going to let them lean on exactly what they thought they heard, and let's just see how this goes. He knows how to get that out of you and make sure that you're experiencing exactly what you need to experience. Everything's going to be all right. I don't like none of this crap at all. So don't ever think that I'll be sitting here in these videos and I'll be walking around just smiling all day. No, I'm a human being. It sucks. But I'm telling y'all the nitty gritty because I feel like people really wish somebody would just not sugarcoat it and just tell the truth how this really is. Like, you want me to take God serious. Everybody keeps making it seem like it's you join them and life's good, this and that. They're not telling the truth. There are great benefits for joining, but there's also going to be a cleansing of what you thought you were once you do. And with that, once you dip in that water, all hell breaks loose. And it's not because you did something wrong or you're like, see, why would I do it if all hell breaks loose? No, he has to start to recalibrate your mind. And he knows how to do that by creating circumstances that will make you think differently, behave differently, act differently, recognize things differently. He's going to reshape you. Then you come out starting to see some of the good stuff that people talk about. But it takes time to break what you think you know from this world that Satan has built. So that's all I'm going to end it with today. I'm going to keep all of you updated. God is real. Take him serious. He'll make sure that you're going to be just fine and more. And the "and more" is you're going to see some stuff that you'll be able to say, Stephen, I've seen some stuff with my own eyes. Not making this up. Like, I know what you're talking about. Like, I've seen some stuff. Like, you don't even know what to say because you see it happen, and then your brain is immediately saying like, "There's no way." It's pretty amazing every time. It won't get old for me. I don't want him to ever think that I treat it as like, oh, it's the norm. God doing something amazing. No, it's amazing every time. It blows my mind because I'm like, there really is a God, and if people really knew that, I think life, the way people take and handle life out here will be totally different. Trust me. Yeah. But otherwise, I hope you have a great Labor Day weekend. Enjoy some fun with your family. Gonna have some fun with my son tomorrow. Keep you guys updated. Stay prayed up. And until next time.